Up YouTube, it's Sam from Sam's Garden Maintenance. In this video today, guys, I want to talk to you about the snow. Now, I'm sure we're all sick of it. I must admit I am, but what I'd like to know is, have you been able to work in it? I know some of us have gotten away with it, so I saw on Facebook where other people were getting snowed in. Wednesday, Tuesday, some people had snow. The main lot of snow we had was Wednesday evening, I'd say. So I've had to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday off, and sort of thinking about next week. Who knows? Now, it's not so much the initial snow or getting stuck on the roads or not being able to travel. That doesn't bother me. I remember my old job, I used to hate it because I'd have to drive in it and you just end up getting stuck in it, and it was just a real ball ache travelling, especially driving through the Peak District. It was just a nightmare. So now that I don't have to travel in it, I'm actually quite grateful. So small mercies, but as I said, it's not, you know, the initial getting to a job or the actual main flurry. It's the afters which sort of annoys me more. So we've had 3 days of lost work. Sunday I'm supposed to be going to an event in Sheffield. That's through the Peak District. That's looking unlikely because it's a long drive, and it's a long drive through the Peak District. It's up high, so it might be fine here, but I don't know what it's going to be like, so I've had to cancel that. But it's the fucking after that sort of annoys me more. So the roads are fine, the estates are fine, but the gardens are still white over with snow. And around here the snow sort of takes a while to sort of go, and that's the annoying part. It's how much work you're sort of thinking I'm going to lose. Now, some of it I'm not going to lose, it'll just be a case of putting it off till when I can get there. But then some of it is a case of, well, I am going to lose it because I do fortnightly visits with some people, and how it is that if I have to push them a week, I can't really then go back a week after when I should be there, so it'd be 2 weeks after. So I'm probably going to lose some visits and some money, if I'm being honest with you, from it. So that's the annoying part. So like I said, have you been able to work in it, or has it been me like myself where I've just stayed at home? Now, I've tried to stay productive, and I think this is the answer. I don't think there is much that can be done, but I have tried to stay productive, but you know, there's always stuff to be done on the van or stuff outside, but I haven't been bothered. It's been so cold, and I don't fancy working, you know, around snow on a drive, you know, trying to service something when there's snow there. It's just too cold for that. So I must admit, I have had to concede defeat and just sit and just watch a bit of tally and, you know, have a bit of fun, really. Catch up on paperwork, make sure that's all ready for April, stuff like that. But I have seen a couple of brave individuals working in the snow. I've seen on Facebook groups a couple of council workers, I presume the council, it could be, you know, just a self-employed gang, mowing verges in the snow, and then a couple of brave tree surgeons up a tree, cutting branches off trees, you know, pruning back. And the comment section's always quite hilarious. It's a mix between, I can't believe he'd work in this, a mix of, I can't believe the boss would make him work in this, and then some people safety conscious saying that's unsafe. Well, I suppose it's a mix of all them, but you know, if you've got to work, you've got to work, and if you've got overheads and you can, so this is why. If some of you been able to work, have some of you been able to sort of just chill out? I'm trying to think, well, what could I do in this weather to keep money coming in? I don't really know. There's always the old snow gritting, but I've never ever entertained that because of a liability sort of thing, and the fact that if somebody's paying you to keep the car park clear of snow and you can't get there, you then, you know, you can't get there yourself because I've got a van. So I've never sort of, you know, explored that too deeply. I don't think I will. I don't think I ever will, to be fair. I've had a couple of old deers asking to you know, clear the snow off a drive. That was a couple of years ago, and I refused then because, you know, I find that once you damned whatever you do, like at our house we clear the snow, and if we can clear it off completely and leave it to bare blocks, then it's fine. But if you just sort of clear and scrape the top layer, then that'll harden up a lot quicker. Then you've got sheet ice, and then you're sort of buggered really. I suppose you'd have to grit, but I find gritting is very messy. It sort of hangs around for, you know, a good while after, so I've never sort of approached it. I'm just trying to think what could be done in snow. Honestly, I think the answer is just have it off, just chill out. Now, this is something that took me a long while to sort of come to terms with. Is a downtime like this. I used to get really annoyed when I first started going self-employed. You know, being rained off or snowed off or whatever. It would really annoy me because I'm just thinking, oh, I'm losing money. But now I just tell myself it is what it is. You can't go out and scream and expect it to change just for you. It is what it is. You've just got to take, you know, the highs and the lows and just have a break. And that's what I try and do. I just think, you know, it's what it is, just have a break. And that's what I do, whether it's a bit of undiagnosed ADHD, I have trouble switching off. I like to be pushing towards something all the time. But now I just tell myself there's no choice, you know. I can't work, can't garden, can't make money. Just make the most of it, have time, have a fun time, you know. Do my hobbies in my workshop, you know, just chill out basically. So it is what it is. But like I said, have you been able to work, or have you just given up? I think the knock-on effect is the worst part. Now, for me and where I live, this week it's giving all rain, so the snow's going to get washed away. It's not going to be a problem. But then I've got a week of working around the rain or in the rain, so at least I can go out and do a little bit, and at least I can, you know, get a little bit of money rolling in. Because I'm telling you, this past week, you know, the cupboards are bare. They are. So it is what it is. So let me know what you guys have been doing, if you've been able to do anything at all. So have a good day, guys, and as usual, keep on gardening.